And I ask Reverend Davis, would you come together the benediction?
elected. And it was 10, 15 years later that William Patrick was elected as the first black councilman from the city of Detroit, and that was the beginning of an era. We have seen the percentage of black people in this city grow steadily since 1949, and we have seen black representation in this city increase steadily. To today, you have now a black mayor. I'm in my 16th year. You have a city council that's 5 black, 4 white. You have a police department that's 52% black, 48% white. You have a fire department that's 52% black, 48% white. In 1973, when I became mayor, less than 2% of the people in the police department were women. Today it's 20%, with a much greater representation. More than half of my appointees are women. And in spite of the fact that this city is 70% black as it is today, I still maintain a 50-50 staff. We're trying to make a city, to create a city with room for opportunity for all. Now, there are some who accuse us of being racist. First of all, it's impossible for any black individual to be racist, a racist, since racism is a system of oppression engaged in by a minority who oppress by a majority who oppress a minority. Black folks are not a majority or anything except in the city of Detroit, and we sure in the hell ain't oppressing nobody. And so we can hardly be described as racist. What we've been trying to do is to create an atmosphere and conditions for equal opportunity, where everybody has a chance. We're going to do that as long as I'm mayor of this city. Everybody's going to have a bite at the apple. There will be equal opportunity for all. There will be no discrimination. I hate discrimination. I've been a victim of it, and so have many of you. I'll never forget that. Now, there are some who say that the city is getting worse, that it's no better than it was, it's worse than it was 16 years ago. In the face of the facts I just recited to you about the police, about the civil service, about representation in this city, only a blind man or a fool would make such a charge. It is evident. It is evident that we've made progress. We're the only city in the nation that has 2 modern, state-of-the-art automobile plants building within inside its city limits. Everywhere else, the plants are running from the cities, being built out in the green fields or the cornfields somewhere. We have them right here in the city of Detroit. What's more, I tell you, I'm going to fight for some more. We're going to try and build some more. The only salvation for our city in the years ahead is jobs. Detroit became great because of jobs. In 1923, my people came to Detroit. They immigrated from Alabama. And when we got here and settled over on Antietam and Joseph Campo, or Antietam and St. Alban, we ran a whole lot of other people who just got through immigrating from Italy, from Poland, from France, from Scotland. We were all immigrants looking for one thing: a job and a better life. And we found those jobs here. Ford was paying $5 a day. That's a lot of money then. That's not a decent wage an hour today. But times have changed. When the jobs start leaving Detroit, the people start leaving Detroit. And the way you get the people back is get the jobs back. And let nobody tell you otherwise. You can take all the money you can lay your hands on and fix up and paint up all the neighborhoods you want to. If the people who live in those neighborhoods don't have a job to pay the rent or to pay the car note or to keep the property up, it will deteriorate into a slum. You need a job. So I promise you an ongoing struggle for more jobs. I'm not promising you a rose garden. It's not going to be easy, but nobody ever expected it to be easy. All we ever expected was an equal chance, an even break. And I pledge you that I will fight to create jobs, and I will fight to see that everybody has a shot at those jobs. I have 16 years record as mayor of this city, and 10 years before in the state senate, to point to as proof of what I have done, what I can do, and what I will do. All these other folks ain't never done nothing, been nowhere, don't know nothing, and therefore can't do nothing. This is no time for on-the-job training. You come down to City Hall, you better be ready, because the times, the challenges are ready for you. One more word. If the new promise of the future, and I believe we have a bright future ahead of us, the pendulum is swinging back toward the cities now. Folks have run about as far as they can. They're way up in Brighton now. They can't go much further. If we are to be ready, and there's a job shortage coming up, then our children must be ready. They cannot be the same as my people were in the early 20s. All you needed then was a strong back and a weak mind. But you can have more than that today. You got to have something up here. You have to know how to handle computers, high technology. You have to be ready for the new jobs of a new future. That is why, if we are going to do anything, we have to vote yes on proposals A and B on September 12. If there's to be any hope for the future of our city, that hope is to be found in our children. And you don't nourish that hope, you don't encourage that hope by cutting off the money. So I'm going to ask you to vote yes on A and B. I'm not going to tell you the first thing you do when you go in the polls September 12 is vote yes for A and B, because first you got to take care of business. Now, after you get through taking care of business, and you know what that is. After you get through taking care of business, vote yes for A and B, and let's march on into the 1990s together.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Can we send him back? All right, can we send him back? Mr. Mayor, Mr. Mayor,
Mr. Mayor,
Mr. Mayor,
the Honorable Mayor Lucille F. McCann, serving as a grand matron down here, can recall all of those days. And I want them to know you didn't just come in here to say something that you want to be mayor. At one time, before you got to be the state senator, you graced this podium. And you've always returned. But you can't come back and visit us every time we want you to be down here. But for your security people, we want them to know the last time you was in this building, which was last year, there was no walking space. But today, they have been following you around because you have been speaking, and we had to gather these people up from churches to come in to see you. But you don't worry about the vote down here, 114 Erskine. I have been voting, and all the people you see. You know you could not walk through here. You didn't have a pathway to get in. Downstairs and upstairs was filled to capacity. We represent over close to 3,000 people down here. We live in Wayne County. We do everything in Wayne County. We are for the Mayor Coleman Young. I want to tell you, we've just returned out of California, the state of California. And they have a handsome mayor there too. But he, you know, like a lady from Chicago said, your mayor don't look so bad. I said, do you think that we would be voting for an ugly mayor? So you keep up the good work.
Thank you, Grand Matron. Let me say, we're planning to have another affair for the mayor, perhaps sometime in October. We're planning to have another affair for the mayor sometime perhaps in October. We'd like to fill the room. We haven't worked